So we know that the derivative of cos x is negative sin x. So we need to derive using first principle. So we know according to first principle, our y prime, or let's stick to the dy over dx as we said. So dy over dx will be equals to. Now from first principle, we must take that limit. Then when h approaches 0, where there's x, we must substitute x plus h. X plus h. I think I'll use those two figures. So, therefore, we must subtract f of x, isn't it? Which is cos x. That's all divided by h. All divided by h. So, in that case, here we need to start and if, let's say, for example, we're supposed to look into, can we substitute h? When we substitute h, I hope we'll see. We'll have cos x minus cos x, which is 0, and divided by 0, which is still an indeterminate form. So we need to simplify. The only method that we need to recall, we're having sum of angles in a cosine. So which means we'll use compound angles, right? So we know that according to compound angles, we'll have cosine x and then cosine h. Therefore, minus sine x multiplied by sine h. Therefore, we still have minus cosine x all divided by h. Now, so we have to simplify the following. We'll simplify it in this way. In the numerator, let us group the like terms because we don't have anything to subtract them. But I hope we see there that we have something in common. We have something in common, which is cos x and cos x. So we can take out the common factor of cos x between the two terms. So you group them together, cosine x times cosine h with minus cos x. Take out the common factor. So we'll have limit h approaches 0. So when you have taken out the common factor of x, we're left with cos h, therefore minus 1. So when we multiply, we're still going to get cosine xh times cos x times minus 1. Still going to get that. Therefore, this one, we have minus sine x multiplied by sine h, all divided by h. Now I want to just split the 2 and half. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the laws of fractions. So we need to substitute h. But laws of fractions allows that if we have subtraction of terms in the numerator, we can split the terms sharing h. Or we can divide cos x, you mentioned divided by h, and the second term by h. That is the laws of fractions. So the answer will be equals to, as much as we split them, limit h approaches 0, we have cos x, well, my x, they will need fit. Okay, let me do this because it must be clear. So limit h approaches 0, we'll have cos x in bracket cos h minus 1. So it's bracket all divided by h. The second term will have the same thing. So let me add the second page. At the second page, so therefore we do the same thing. This will have, we can just put the minus or we can say plus, split the terms. So limit h approaches 0 because on both fractions we need to substitute h. In both fractions we need to substitute h. So therefore, as we said, we're splitting the terms. We have negative sine x sine h, then all divided by h. So what we did, we just split the two terms. We have split the two terms, sharing the denominator. They share the denominator h. Now, before we substitute, where do we have to substitute h is in this function. So if, let's say, you substitute h, I hope you see you'll have cos 0, cos 0 is 1. Therefore, 1 minus 1 is 0. Everything goes to 0, divided by 0. Still an indeterminate form. So the next step that we have to do, we need to apply what we call L'Hopital's rule. So I want to try and factorize cos x, not factorize, but write it in front of the notation. Our limit h approaches 0. So I want you to see that you'll be left with cos h minus 1, bracket all divided by h. So we're just specifying that we still have to substitute h in there. So cosine x, treat it as a constant. It doesn't have h in it as a function. Therefore, same thing with negative sine x. This treated as a constant, where we have to substitute h. It is in sine h, all divided by h. So that's where we have to substitute h. So just return sine x in front of the notation of the limit h approaches 0. So as I said, when we substitute, we get 0 over 0 is in determinate form. What do? So we try and apply L'Hopital's rule. Try and apply L'Hopital's rule. I thought I charged it. So the answer will be equals to, when you apply L'Hopital's rule, you have to derive numerator and denominator in terms of h. So to h there. We are dependent into h. I think it tripped there. Must go and